fun fact. Today, July 6th, on this day, July 6th in like 1942 or something like that, is the day Anne Frank went into hiding. You're welcome.
Cool.
You ever you ever read Anne Frank's diary?
No.
No, you were never forced to read that for school. Like it never was like a thing.
No.
Did you have any books that you had to read for school?
Like To Kill a Mockingbird was one.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of other ones. I never I don't remember having to read a bunch of books, but we used to have the when I was in elementary school, they did like the summer thing where you would read the books, and if you went in and took the little test online, you got so many points, and you had to get so many points in the summer.
Yeah.
Like you had to read X amount of books in the summertime, but they gave you a list of like 50, and you had to read 10 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I never did that.
Yeah, it was stupid.
We went to different schools. Different parishes, that's why.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah, I don't know.
Were you a part of that program, like if you did that, did you win like bikes and gift cards and all these things?
I think you could get, I'm trying to remember, so long ago. I think you could get something if you went like above whatever because you had to read X amount.
Yeah.
And if you went above that, I think you could win something, or like you got points that you could spend on something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. Like I feel like there was something extra to it. Maybe if anybody went to school in Chalmette at elementary school, let me know if you remember.
I'm
Devin.
asking Devin. Yeah, Devin's the one. I'm asking because when I worked for the Baby Cakes, we used to go out and we used to we would show up with Boudreaux and we'd like do the whole like celebration thing for the readers and everything. But it was a celebration of like all the top readers in the school, and like these two guys ran this program, and they would give out all kinds of stuff to the top readers, top classes. And like I remember thinking while I was there, the stuff they're giving away, like sometimes they give away like a bike to like the top reader, or like a GameCube or whatever at the time, like just random things. But everything else was like pizza, ice cream, cookies, McDonald's gift cards. And I was like, damn, we're just like fattening up the youth of America right now. Read a book, eat some fat stuff, don't move. Don't get me wrong, reading's good for your brain, but I don't know. It was funny to me.
Do you read a lot?
Yes, I read a lot. I don't read a lot of books though. I used to. When I started my career, I was reading books all the time. Just because I'm obsessed with like knowledge in like different areas. So like now I read a lot of stuff online. Like I'll just find random publications, but not anymore.
I started last year. I like made a list of like I never read like ever. I don't like to read. It just makes me tired, puts me to sleep. I made like a list of like 5-6 books, and I wanted to read them all last year.
Yeah.
I only got through like 3 of them, but I mean it's 3 more that I read probably the last 10 years combined.
Yeah.
But it's more like I've told you before, that Atomic Habits book. So I guess like self-help books, I guess, is the best way to describe them. Maybe like motivational books, things like that is what I was reading, just because I'm at work so much.
Yeah.
Just with so much downtime. I was like, I'm just wasting my time doing nothing.
Yeah. I think it's good. I think it's healthy. Whether you believe it or not, like it helps you in so many different ways. It teaches you things. It, gives you a better vocabulary, like however you want to look at it. I'm a firm believer of like those who read are more intelligent, and it's not because like they're just reading random words, but like maybe it's, subconsciously they like want to learn more. Who knows? But the reason I even asked all that is because as a kid, when I was in school, I had to read books every summer, like for English class or whatever. And my favorite book, I hated all of them. I hated To Kill a Mockingbird. I hated whatever. We read a lot of dumb books, or not dumb books, but just books I didn't like. My favorite was Night by Elie Wiesel, and it's basically like a first person story of living in a concentration camp. And that, like, I thought of it when I saw the Anne Frank thing, so I figured I'd ask you. I think I'm just obsessed with history, though. It has nothing to do with like anything bad. It's just.
Do you watch Dave?
No, I got into the first season, man, and it was like, it's funny, but this is the weirdest show.
so there's a part in this season where, well, I guess spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, it's not really part like a main storyline or anything, but he like has a vision that Anne Frank is in a room with him because he's Jewish. and he's like explaining to her that he's like, yeah, I read it in your diary, and she's like, you read my diary? And he's like, yeah, it's like the most read book in history. She's like, how did you get it? And he's explaining to her that her dad put it out, and she's like having a complete meltdown that all these people read her diary. And I'm just sitting there like, this is kind of fucked up that we're all just reading this.
This person's private diary. Yeah, it is. Also, did you think tonight when you pulled up to my house, we were going to have a discussion about World War II and Anne Frank? And
No. But I'll tell you what, I never know what we're going to talk about. So
I don't either.
it's not even like that surprising.
I don't either. Somebody said it earlier. We were talking about how just different podcasts in the format and like starting a Pelicans podcast and this and that. We never wanted to just be, just a Pelicans podcast or just a Tulane podcast. Like, honestly, for me, I just wanted y'all to get to know us and talk about crap we liked about, and hopefully other people thought it was funny or entertaining. And that's why we talk about Anne Frank randomly.
Shout out Anne Frank, I guess.
Whatever.